Okay, welcome back to Shining from Within, the podcast where we explore the infinite amount of power and potential that lies within each and every one of us. I am your host with the most, Genevieve, and tonight I have a very, very special guest. I will let him introduce himself.
Hi, Genevieve. Thank you for having me, and hello to everybody. My name is Niva. I am a photographer and videographer, as well as what's the other one? I am a menswear and lifestyle content creator.
Okay. Welcome to Shining from Within, Niva. You are welcome. Feel free, and let's get into it.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, generally, the reason why you were, one of the best candidates for this episode is looking at your journey, how it has transitioned. I think we find it interesting, not just me, but the people that, my listeners and also just other, interested parties. We find it very interesting how you have transitioned, in this, let's say, the digital space that you're in. It's like fast-paced, and how you've transitioned from, being a graduate. You know how it is, like, for many of us, you tend to, like you say, like, okay, so I have a paper. Oh, by the way, Niva is also a graduate from the University of Zambia, and a graduate with honors. So, I think most of us, would tend to get stuck, with the mentality like, no, I have a paper, so I need to get a job. But for you, you have used, I don't even know what it is. Like what you do is a bit alien to most of us. And so I think the first question is, can you share the key steps or decisions that you believe contributed most to your success in transitioning from, that mentality of, oh, I'm a graduate and I'm supposed to wait for, a job or apply for a job, to being the successful videographer and, content creator that you are?
Yeah. Firstly, let me start by being very transparent and honest.
Okay.
I did not plan to say I want to become a photographer and videographer. It all just happened by mistake.
Really?
Yeah. Now I know people will be like, wait, what do you mean by mistake?
Yeah.
The thing is, I got my first camera, but I was still looking for a job. So meaning I had my camera and I didn't immediately think of photography and videography. I was still trying to get a job.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Of which I did get a job. I was lucky enough to work for one of the prominent banks, one of the top banks.
Okay.
However, circumstances and conditions I had to start with were something that I stubbornly did not want. I'll say stubbornly because everybody else would have taken the opportunity. Okay. But for me, I'm one person that will not easily say yes to something. Mm-hmm. And I'll look around for the next best alternative. So I stayed where I was. I appreciated it. Mm-hmm. I tried to tolerate it as per my own stubbornness.
Okay.
But my head got filled up and said, okay, Niva, we can't tolerate this anymore. So what's next? Frankly speaking, I was stationed in a province I was not familiar with. It's far away. It's a border town to Tanzania called Nakonde.
Oh, okay.
But I started losing certain aspects of my life. My social life started dying. My Instagram numbers, the little influencer status that I had. So I wanted to leave Nakonde and come to Lusaka so that I can look for a job in the corporate sector.
Okay.
And then also maintain my social media, I was an influencer by then.
Yeah.
And then in the process, because I already owned the camera now owning a camera dates back in 2018 when I won a photography competition, which I also joined by mistake. It was all just curiosity. So none of this that's happening right now was planned. Everything was just me being curious and just me being stubborn.
Really?
I won a competition in 2018.
Okay.
I didn't have a camera. I was grateful enough to be bought a camera by my sister. I had that camera up until 2019 when I got my job, which I stayed in for 9 months. And in 2020, I decided to resign and come to Lusaka to look for a job. So I already had the camera with me. So at some point when I was looking for a job, I don't know how I started touching it with my camera.
Okay.
And then I started realizing that I actually started getting good at taking pictures with my camera. So my brain started shifting from looking for a job to playing more with my camera. I started applying less. I started sending application letters less. So there was that transition from looking for a job to having this piece of tool next to me, which seemingly seems interesting, and I'm somehow getting good at it.
Okay.
And then the very important part, which I never really mentioned, a friend of mine forced me to have my first paid client. He literally dragged a client to me and said, take pictures of this person, they'll pay you money.
Wow.
And I did. And I took pictures and I gave them, and then they paid me money. That was my first time getting money from using my camera.
From using your camera.
It was from that moment when I said, wait, did I just make money doing something as easy as this?
Yeah.
So from there, it turned into another client, it turned into 2 clients, it turned into 4 clients, the money started increasing. I said, wait. Did I just give myself a job?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when everything started shifting. So that's pretty much how everything transitioned. So I never intentionally wanted to be where I am. I just discovered gold in a trash can.
Wow, that's that's perfect. Anyway, but still, you must have experienced some challenges in your journey. Are you? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me just highlight some challenges that you had to experience, not only profession wise, but personally as well. I mean, what type of conversation did you have, with family? Because you know how it is. It's like, how do you resign from such a prestigious job? You know how it is with titles and family.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, I actually did have challenges. So the first challenge I had was the actual resignation. My dad and my boss were friends, so they thought I was making a mistake.
Oh yeah.
So they tried to let me. Are you sure you're just not being emotional right now? I said no. I am actually making a decision that I know will benefit me, and they tried. But luckily, I've got a dad who gives me a benefit of a doubt.
Oh wow.
So he said, okay, you can leave that place, come back to this side of town. Let's see if you're able to find a job in the place you actually want to be, because jobs are not that easy. It took you over here to get this job.
Yeah.
Somehow my mind was just made up. I put my foot down. I said yes, anything but where I currently am. So I stubbornly just said,
Okay.
I literally just said that. And then the other challenge was, so I came home, yes. The other challenge, I won't downplay it. It was now my mind playing with me.
Okay.
Because I literally stepped down from a place where everybody was trying to be at. I was a banker. I was wearing nice suits. I was admirable. You know the social status.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And I was going to do something on the complete opposite, which had less status, because status is very important.
Status is important. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I was running in the opposite direction, rather, where everybody was running away from. And I was going to be a photographer, somebody who's not yet fashionably visible these days, because we are a middle generation, meaning we have a bridge of our own parents and us being the kids. So back in the day, a photographer was not in any way associated with wealth or status. They were just ordinary people who took snaps for a living. So how does this person come from a whole prestigious bank wearing suits to come and start playing with a camera?
You know?
That is the second and I think the biggest challenge that I had. The third challenge, which is actually linked to the second challenge, was the status among my friends.
Okay.
Because now you've got the peer pressure. All your friends are working these prestigious jobs and they're working with organizations. but then here you are going to play with the camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was a mental challenge. It was not easy. I can say it's only fading out now.
Wow.
But it's something that I had to fight. Sometimes my outer ego tells me we're going to do this, and I can't say no. I just follow through.
You just have to.
Yeah. So it was just a conversation within myself, and I said, I hope what you're doing, you know that you're going to have to work 10 times harder if you really want to match up to everybody else. And that was my initial driving force, and that's just how everything started.
Wow. That's quite inspiring, because it's rare, in this day and age. Like, everybody is so, taken by titles and, like the prestige attached to it. So I think that's, big on you, for you to take such a drastic decision and, just say, I'm in control. This is what I want my life to be like. But I think one thing you highlighted, which we can't run away from, the voices, the inner voices will always be there. But, it's like every day you make an effort to just like encourage yourself and, keep moving forward. And it's showing, like we can see the results right now. And anyway, let me proceed to the next question. So, were there specific skills or knowledge areas you had to develop on your own? And how did you go about acquiring them? And what advice do you have for others looking to learn new skills?
So by the fields that I had to acquire, you mean in my current profession?
Yes, in your current profession, because I think you said it was by accident. So I'm sure you didn't really, have it all together from the onset. So I think like right now, or was there anybody you looked to, like, okay, help me out here. How do I tune these angles? And what, was there somebody you looked to?
So I am a big believer in everybody has a talent that they were naturally born with, given by God.
Okay.
It's either they immediately saw it, those are the kids you see swimming, doing what, playing basketball, or some haven't yet discovered it.
Okay.
So for me, I now started tracing back my steps and realized that in high school, my friends who used to sneak phones into school, every time they told me to take a picture of them on their phones, they always said I knew how to take pictures using their phone.
Okay.
Compared to other people. So certain elements about me, because I love things straight, I love things orderly. That's a natural thing. I naturally just love things that are well organized. So I would translate that into a cell phone and how I angle my things. So it's that undiscovered talent that I had, and all that happened was a tool fell into my hands. And then I started channeling that talent through a tool called a camera. So if I'm being frank, mine is more of a natural given
talent.
Yeah, and I just had to discover it and I started nurturing it. The only thing I got was a few basic knowledge from a good friend of mine. His name is Helix. I give this guy credit throughout my journey because he literally introduced me to the basics of this game.
Okay.
Called photography. So the few things he taught me are all that I ever got from a human being. Everything else I got from YouTube. And maybe Google here and there. But most of the things, the larger percentage, I was just trying and making mistakes.
Okay. Oh wow.
And discovering through it all. You see, a lot of people are scared of failure, but failure will teach you a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
It will. And listening to you right now, in a way, it's like, how everything seems to be happening like by accident, but when you look at it, you tend to connect the dots. It's like this was just supposed to happen in a way, if you look at it.
Yeah, no, honestly speaking, yes. I think it was definitely destined for me to be. It was
destined for you to be where you are and where you're headed. So I think with how busy your schedule is, how do you manage to maintain, like a balanced personal and professional life? Like ensuring that both contribute positively to your overall development.
Yeah. Let me be honest again. I actually have a very pathetic balance between my work and my personal life.
Okay.
It's very horrible, such that as I'm speaking to you right now, I am just from recovering. I was very sick last week.
Ish, really?
Yeah. Yes. My body shut down. I was having pain throughout. I was having abdominal issues. I was literally sick. And I could tell that it's sickness that comes from an overworked body.
Oh, fatigue and everything.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So I won't even lie. My balance is pathetic. I'm only now just trying to see how I can balance the two. Again, I can attribute it to the hunger that I started all this thing with, because for me it's like I had 10 things to prove to people, to my parents, to my friends, to my relatives, and also to girls.
Oh yeah. It's not
a
something.
Man lives for women. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm still gonna be able to be a man.
Still going to be able to take care of somebody's.
Yeah. So that was also a driving factor. I said, I can't be a broke guy.
No, you can't be a broke nigga out here. Yeah, no, that's true. But let me ask this: are you working out? Are you, because you need to also? Is there? I know you're busy, but have you tried to like fuse in the fitness? Because I noticed you're also into fitness. Is that also something you're doing actively?
So frankly speaking, I'm not into the healthy kinds of fitness. The one like the cardio, the one that deals with your internal organs, like your heart and everything. I am looking forward to starting that.
Okay.
But the only working out I do is just a few in-house workouts. They do quite alright. Make my heart work, rather pump fast. So I think there's enough blood circulation in my body, but it's not the actual working out, the one that keeps me fit. No, this one is the one that just makes me look fit.
Oh.
But it's not the intense one. Yeah, I do try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I'm buying fruit. I'm always eating apples. I'm always drinking a lot of water. I actually drink a lot of water. Water all over my place. Yeah, bottles here and there. So I do try to balance that amidst my busy schedule. But I'm actually trying to have normal gym sessions, attributing to keeping a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, no, I think at least we are assured you're going to be okay. So just maybe maintaining the gym schedule so that you don't just look fit, because it's one thing to look fit, but another to actually be fit,
To actually be fit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and okay. In like in the fast-paced world of content creation, how do you stay updated and constantly learning? Do you like have any resources or habits that you'd recommend, like to other content creators or people that would like to venture into the content creation world?
Okay, so here's my hack, or rather my secret.
Okay.
What has made me grow fast, or rather achieve this in a short period of time, is because I've always observed my role models.
Oh, okay.
You should not overlook your role models. So me, since a young age, there's people that I've always, ever since the introduction of Instagram, Instagram has been a tool that I've used to stay updated with my role models and what they're doing. Okay. And what I do is I imitate the things they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that has honestly been my hack. So if my role model does this thing today, I won't go copy the exact thing. I'll do something similar. But what happens is that because in 2018 I traveled to South Africa and got exposed to the external world. When I came back, my standard was already raised. So for me, I was not trying to match up the Zambian standard. I was trying to match up the South African standard. That by the time I started getting as good as the South Africans, I was already way above the ceiling in Zambia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I literally threw a hook at my role models, and they started pulling me with.
Oh wow.
Throughout everything they did. So that's how I learned, by observing my role model. So I always encourage anybody who's trying to do something. There is certainly somebody you have seen on the internet who you like, whose content you like. They need to consistently be updated with what they are posting. they need to consistently, engage with their role models' work, and just make sure that they have an idea of the new things that their role models are doing. We all learn from somebody. Even in a simple 9-to-5 setup, the kids down there will always look at how the boss is managing things so that they can imitate him and see how they can be him or better than him when they raise up to the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
it's
that.
okay to observe and get ahead of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. So let me move to the next question. So, considering your unique journey, what advice would you give to current graduates who are uncertain about their career paths or hesitant to pursue their passions?
I would encourage them to play both games.
Okay.
Let them still continue trying to discover their professional life. They definitely should get a job and see how best they can design that. But at the same time, whatever little thing that they do easily and they know they can monetize it,
yeah,
I would encourage them to get the right capital for that and start small.
Okay.
So any spare time that they have from any of the normal 9-to-5s or whatever other profession they're going to be doing, when you have spare time, they can always practice. If it's cooking, try to improve your baking skills, try to know how to manage your time, your minutes, anything that you know has got monetary value to it. Because that's the only thing. Making money, we make money by providing value.
Exactly.
We are speaking right now on the phone because somebody gave us a means to speak on the phone and we paid them money. So that's the simplest formula. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So anything that they know that they can do easily and they enjoy doing and is actually can actually be monetized, I would encourage them to keep practicing that in their extra or spare time. Okay. But also trying to discover that professional side. And if they feel their interests are lying more on what they enjoy, then they can take a leap of faith. But at the end of the day, nobody ever achieved great things by playing it safe.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Even I was scared when I started.
It's scary.
Alone. Yes. When I started staying alone, depending on what I'm doing, I literally told myself that I just want to make rent.
Oh, okay.
If I can just make rent, then it's fine. These days, rent, I literally make my rent in 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's paid off.
The least of my work.
Wow. You know, I think just like you've put it, I think everybody, anyway, let's say everybody has, like that passion or something that is within them. And there's always, there's always going to be fear, but like you said, you can play both sides, and then if you are able to, save up, enough capital to do something that you actually love and you monetize, and you end up, I feel like they would probably end up, in a situation similar to yours, which is alien, but looking at how things are going and how, the space, this is a content, creation age, and I love to see that you're capitalizing on it. And it's good to see this. And I think in conclusion, legacy and impact, as you have achieved success, do you think about the legacy you want to leave or the impact you hope to have on others? If so, how do you envision it?
Frankly speaking, way back, I think before I get started photography, I've always had a vision of having this large building with like my company name on it, being like a CEO of this really large building that provides services to people.
Like Dragsberg. Is it Dragberg? Sorry to cut you. What? How do you pronounce it?
It's Drubeg.
Jubeg.
Yeah, Drubeg. D-R-U.
Oh, Jubeg. studios.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've always envisioned myself having that. When I started quite yes, I had the mentality of wanting it to just be a solo thing. But now that my body is telling me that I can't handle all this thing by myself, next year my plans are to start incorporating people here and there to help me with, and I can properly manage them so that we can see how we can run this thing together. And hopefully in the future, depending on the success of it, then I can be able to employ more people, and it can now become a full-time company with an actual CEO, managers, and everything.
Oh, wow. No,
Ultimately, I would like to change the multimedia face in Zambia and just be one of the pioneers for new and cutting-edge content in Zambia.
Wow. No, I think I think this is something maybe I have never told you, because I don't think we've, interacted this much.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But, for the longest time, you'd post pictures, on your Instagram, and the rest of us would be posting it just for the sake of posting. But when Niva does post a picture, it's intentional. There's a message. There's just little things. The attention to detail. It's just totally different. So for the rest of us, I think looking at it now, it was like, oh, okay, so Niva likes to take pictures and he wants to make sure it's coming out a certain way. Could be okay, so he likes order. You could tell okay, so there's some order. You want some things in a certain way and stuff. Yeah. And anyway, it's quite inspiring, because seeing you as somebody, you interact with all these A-listers. You're an A-lister as well, because I don't think it's a small circle, and it's only people you have to be one of the people to actually interact with the people. And I am just I'm so happy for you, and I hope I hope you keep on soaring on higher. And it's quite inspiring. And for anybody else out there that would like to venture into the same, I hope they can follow. Like you said, for you're able to imitate, but also fashion it in your own image, in a way you do something that's true to you. So I wish you the best, Niva. You're doing great things out here, and just taking time out of your very, very busy schedule to talk to us. I just want to say thank you so very, very much, and keep shining from within, but still try to maintain the balance between your health and everything. And we're rooting for you.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Anytime somebody approaches me and says they want to listen to what I've done, it actually humbles me, because it makes me feel like I've created something that somebody can actually benefit from, and that's not something to take advantage of. Anybody on this earth that has created something that inspires the next person is somebody that we appreciate so much, because everything that we have right now is created by people who may not even be alive. So knowing that there's something that I'm doing that actually positively inspires people humbles me a lot, and it's only right that I give people time so that they can start tapping into whatever I'm already achieving. So thank you for according me this chance to do that to people.
Oh, thank you. The pleasure is all ours, and thank you so much, Niva. I think we can end here. So to my listeners, that was Niva. Follow his page at Niva Hankede. It's Niva Hankede, right? And then
actually the easiest way to find me on Instagram, just go there and type Niva.
Oh yeah.
Both my personal page and my business page will pop up, because I put my name on my business page as well.
Okay.
Just for easier search engine optimization.
All right. Okay.
So just literally type Niva and both of them will come. That's the easiest.
So you've heard it here.
There's nobody else. So
there's nobody else. No.
I'll be the first to reach out. I've literally experimented that across different cell phones.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you've heard it here, you guys. Do search and follow. Just type NIVA and follow for exceptional content, because it's not just us, like saying stuff. Just check it out for yourself. Like, the content is very inspiring, and it's next level. So yeah, you guys, thank you for tuning in.